Hello friends, this is Vinod Prabhu and you are viewing this video in your favorite channel 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. This is the second video in the time, speed and distance topic. In the first video we looked at the concepts and some basic formulae. Here we're going to look at some basic problems. Key points to remember are consistency of units. A lot of students make mistakes because they do not pay attention to the units, and all that hard work is in vain then. A man zooms on his race car at 90 kilometers per hour in 50 seconds. Please do not multiply 90 by 50. So the speed is given here in kilometers per hour, time is in seconds. Okay, so either convert the seconds into hours, which makes it very tough. Convert the speed into meters per second. So to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second, you multiply by 5 by 18, which is equal to 25 meters per second. Remember, kilometers per hour to meters per second multiply by 5 by 18. Kilometers per hour to meters per second multiply by 5 by 18. Kilometers per hour to meters per second multiply by 5 by 18. Remember this because it is used in 90% of the problems. In 50 seconds. So in 1 second, he is covering 25 meters. Correct? That is the meaning of meters per second, 25 meters per second. In 50 seconds, what is he covering? 50 seconds, he covers 25 into 50. Okay, he covers 25 into 50. That is 1250 meters. So in 1 second, he covers 25 meters. In 50 seconds, he covers how much? 25 into 50. That becomes 1250 meters. He covers more than a kilometer in 50 seconds, and that is expected because the speed is more than 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's just a quick check, and that is correct. A boy enters a tunnel at 10 kilometers per hour and exits after 3 by 2 minutes. What is the length of the tunnel? So let us convert both into seconds. So this is kilometers per hour, this is in minutes. So let us convert both into seconds. 10 kilometers per hour is 10 into 5 by 18 meters per second. So we have 5 to 9, 25 by 9 meters per second. And 3 by 2 minutes. To convert it into seconds, 3 by 2 into 60. You get 90 seconds. Okay. 25 by 9 meters per second means in 1 second he is covering 25 by 9 meters. In 90 seconds, how many meters does he cover? You do 25 by 9 into 90. 25 into 9 is, sorry, this is 10. 25 into 10 is 250 meters. That is the length of the tunnel, because he exited after 3 by 2 minutes. So convert 3 by 2 minutes into seconds. It is 90 seconds. Convert 10 kilometers per hour into meters per second. You get 25 by 9 meters per second. And then you can figure out the distance traveled in 90 seconds. A racer zooms and covers the distance between two cities at 60 kilometers per hour in 4 hours. Okay, if an experienced racer rides at 90 kilometers per hour, how long will it take? So firstly, if I am covering, here it is kilometers per hour and hours, right? So you don't have to convert. So in 1 hour, the racer is covering 60 kilometers. In 4 hours, 60 into 4, he or she will cover 240 kilometers. Okay. So the distance to be covered is 240 kilometers. Now this experienced racer comes in and then he is going to race at 90 kilometers per hour. Okay. So in 1 hour, the experienced racer covers 90 kilometers. In how many hours does he cover 240 kilometers? So this is how much? This is x is equal to 240 by 90. So 240 by 90, if you divide this, 9, 1, 9, 2, and then the remainder is 6. So you do 6 by 9, you get 2 hours. Here the 9 you do 2, you get 18, you get 6, 2 hours, and then 6 by 9 hours. You get 2, 6 by 9 hours. This is 2, you divide 3, 2s are 3, 3s are 2, 2 by 3 hours. In 2 by 3 hours, the person, experienced racer, travels the distance. This is less than 4 hours because the speed is greater. So in 60 into 4 is 240 kilometers, 240 kilometers by 90, you get 2 by 3 hours. This problem says a person who is ill walks at a speed of 4 kilometers per hour. But after every 30 minutes, he is resting for 10 minutes. So if his speed is 4 kilometers per hour, in 30 minutes, how much is he covering? So in 1 hour, he is doing 4. In half an hour, which is 30 minutes, how much is he covering? He is covering 2. Correct? So after covering 2 kilometers, he is resting for 10 minutes. So 40 minutes he takes to cover 2 kilometers. How far will he walk in 8 hours is the question. In 40 minutes he is covering 2 kilometers. Let us multiply by 3 because 40 minutes into 3 is 120 minutes. 120 minutes is 2 hours. So if I multiply by 3, I get 120 minutes, also 2 hours. Multiply by 3 here, I get 6 kilometers. So in 2 hours, he is covering 6 kilometers. I'm getting 2 hours, 6 kilometers. But they have asked for 8 hours. So again, I multiply both sides by 4. 2 hours if I cover 6 kilometers. In 8 hours, I'll cover 6 into 4, 24 kilometers. That's the distance traveled by this person who is ill. So after every 30 minutes, is resting. That is what it says. It doesn't rest for 30 minutes once. Every 30 minutes pass, he's resting for 10 minutes, which means after covering every 2 kilometers, he's resting for 2 minutes. A person, okay, this and the previous question, right? There's a slight difference. In the previous question, the distance covered in a specific time is given. Here, the time taken to cover this distance is given. But you will see where the difference lies. Here, the person is also resting, okay? So speed is 6 kilometers per hour. So 20 minutes, if I have to convert that into hour, 20 minutes by 60 is 1/3 of an hour. In 1 hour, he is covering 6. In 1/3 hour, how much is he covering? 6 by 3, which is 2. Okay. So 2 kilometers, he needs 20 minutes plus the 5 minutes of rest. So 25 minutes. Pay attention. For every 25 minutes, he is covering 2 kilometers. So can I multiply and say for 10 kilometers, is it 25 into 5, 125? If I was a paper setter, I would have kept this as option A and people would have rushed to tick option A. Majority of you would have ticked option A. But after every 20 minutes, he rests for 25 minutes. Let us say the first 25 minutes he covers 2 because it is 20 plus 5. The next 25 minutes he covers 2. So let's say 4 times that happens. Which means now he has covered 8. In 100 minutes, he has covered 8 kilometers. In the next 20 minutes, he has covered 2. It is 10. So what is the difference? I am not doing 25 into 5. I am doing 25 for the first kilometer, 25 for second and so on. But in the last 2 kilometers, after 20 minutes, he has reached there. I don't have to consider the rest in the last 2 kilometers because he has reached his destination. After that, he might rest for 10 minutes or he might rest for 10 hours. That is immaterial. So that is why the answer is 120 and not 125. This is the answer. The rest in the last lap should not be counted. Person who is aged walks at 3 kilometers per hour. After every half a kilometer, he sits for 10 minutes. How much time does it take to cover? 6 kilometers. Take care about the last distance, right? Last distance is in the last lap. 3 kilometers per hour. So after every half a kilometer, he sits for 10 minutes. So let us see the time taken to cover half a kilometer. 1 hour, 3 kilometers. So for half a kilometer, so I'll write this as 60 minutes. How much time is taken? So 60 into half by 3. So for that is the time taken. So many minutes. So cross multiply, right? You take that as 3x is equal to 60 into half. So transfer 6, 10, you get 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, he is covering half a kilometer. 10 minutes, he is covering half a kilometer. But after these 10 minutes, he is also resting for 10 minutes. So to cover half a kilometer, he needs 20 minutes. So similarly, to cover another half, he needs 20 minutes. And so on. So let us see, the first 20 minutes is covering half. Next 20 minutes is covering half. Makes it 1 kilometer. So for 1 kilometer, he is taking 40 minutes. Let us do multiply by 5. Why are we not multiplying by 6? Because for the last lap, I should not count the resting time. So for 20 minutes is covering half a kilometer, 20 minutes is covering half a kilometer. So for 40 minutes is covering 1 kilometer. I multiply this by 5. So for 5 kilometers, he needs 200 minutes. The next half a kilometer also he needs 20 minutes, right? So next to 20 minutes, he needs half a kilometer. But for the last half a kilometer, he only needs 10 minutes. So he only needs 10 minutes. So this is 230 minutes and not 240. Let's look at this question. Person is traveling from Bangalore to Mysore, starts at a time, and then he travels at 30 kilometers per hour for the first 3 hours 20 minutes. Then his bike heats up, so he rests for 30 minutes, and he travels at a reduced speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Mysore is 150 kilometers from Bengaluru. When does he reach Mysore? So speed is 30 kilometers per hour. So in 1 hour, so I say in 60 minutes, he is covering 30 kilometers. Okay. 3 hours and 20 minutes. 3 hours and 20 minutes is 180 hours, 180 minutes plus 20 minutes, you get 200 minutes. In 200 minutes, what is the distance covered? So x into 60 equal to 200 into 30. He is covering 100 kilometers in 200 minutes. So let us write that here. So to cover 100 kilometers, he needs 200 minutes. Then after this, his bike has heated up, so he rests for 30 minutes. So I add that to the time, but nothing gets added to the kilometers because he's resting. So 100 kilometers is taken, 200 minutes, and then another 30 minutes of rest. Then he travels at a reduced speed of 25. Mysore is 150 kilometers from Bangalore. So he has covered 100 kilometers. Distance left is 100. Subtract it from 150. So the distance left is 50 kilometers. 25 kilometers per hour is his reduced speed now because the bike is heated up. So to cover 50 kilometers, he takes 2 hours. So I write 50 kilometers here. And then 2 hours. I don't write 2, I write 120 minutes. So here if I add, it becomes 150 kilometers. This is the distance from Mysore to Bangalore. I add the time 200 plus 30, 230 plus 120. I get 350 minutes. So from the time he has started, it takes 350 minutes. So what is 350 minutes? Let us divide and see. Let us see, adding 350 minutes to 645 might be a little difficult. So what do? I divide it by 60, right? So if I divide by 60, 300 and then another 50 minutes. Okay, 300 plus 50 minutes. So this becomes 5 hours. And then I add 50 minutes. So it is 6:45 in the morning on Monday. If I add 5 hours, 7:45, 8:45, 9:45, 10:45, 11:45. So adding 5 hours makes it 11:45. Then you add another 50 minutes. If you have to add 50 minutes, add 1 hour, subtract 10 minutes. 11:45, another hour is 12:45. You subtract that time, you subtract 10 minutes. You only have to add 50, right? So 11:45 plus 50. Don't add 50 here, and that's wrong because you're adding time, right? So 11:45, look at your clock. 11:45 plus 60 would have been 12:45. 10 minutes less. Makes it 12:35. When does he reach there? If he asks when does he reach there, you have to say 12:35. Don't write AM because it's after noon, right? So it is 12:35 PM on Monday itself. That is when our friend reaches Mysore. This question, two people start from the same place. So star source and destination is the same. First person rides at 40 kilometers per hour and takes 5 hours 45 minutes to reach. So what is the distance covered by the first person at this speed at this much time? So 5 hours 45 minutes, I can write it as 5 hours 45 by 60 hours. Okay, so to convert minutes to hours, we will always do this. So 30 minutes, right? 5 hours 30 by 60, 5.5 hours. That is why we divide by 60. So similarly, 5 hours 45 minutes to 5 hours 45 by 60, 5 3 by 4 hours. So in 1 hour, this person covers 40. So let us split that in 5 hours and in 3 by 4 hours. How much does he cover? And then you have to add these two. How much is he covering here? How much is he covering here? Why do I add? So 5 3 by 4 hours. So I am doing 5 hours, then I am doing 3 by 4 hours. So 5 hours, he is covering 200, right? 1 hour is 40, 5 hours he will cover 200. 3 by 4, how much is the distance covered? 3 by 4 into 40, you get 30 kilometers. So total distance covered by the first person is 200 plus 30, 230. Now, what is the speed taken by the second man to reach? So distance is the same. So this guy in 1 hour is covering 50. How much is the time taken to cover? 230. What is x? X is 230 by 50. 4.6 hours. If you do divide, you get 4.6. What is 4.6? Don't say it as 4 hours 60 minutes. It is 4 hours 0.6 into 60, which is equal to 36. So it takes 4 hours and 36 minutes. Okay, why am I multiply by 60? Let us say it was 4.5 hours. Okay, if it was 4.5 hours, how would you write? Would you write 4 hours 50 minutes? That is wrong. If it is 4.5, you say 4 hours plus 0.5 into 60, which is 30. 4.5 hours is 4 hours 30 minutes, right? That we understand. Because 0.5 hour is half an hour is 30 minutes. So similarly, what is 0.6 of an hour? You multiply that by 60. Because 1 hour is 60 minutes. 0.6 hours is how many minutes? You multiply 0.6 into 60. You get 36. So it is 4 hours 36 minutes that the second person takes, which is accurate because you do not need to specify the time. It just says how long. So 4 hours 36 minutes is the answer. A kid goes from home to the market at 5 kilometers per hour and returns home at the same distance at 5 meters per second. Time taken is 10. What is the distance? Firstly, convert this into kilometers per hour. This is kilometers per hour, this is meters per second. 5 meters per second, to convert it into kilometers per hour, is it 5 by 18 or 18 by 5? 18 by 5, because meters per second is getting converted into kilometers per hour. This is 18 kilometers per hour. Total time taken is 10 hours. Total time taken is 10 hours. What is the distance? So the distance is going from home to market and market to home. So let us say this is x. So going from this way, going from home to the market. So the time taken, 10 hours, is the time taken to go from home to market plus time taken to go from market to home, right? So this way, from home to market, it takes some time, and from market to home, it takes some time. The total time is 10. What is the distance taken from home to the market? Is the distance x by the speed. And what is the time taken to go from market to home? It's the same distance x. And but the speed is different. This is equal to 10. Okay, if you take the remainder, if you take the LCM here, you get 18x plus 5x is equal to 10. So you get 900 by 23. That is the distance. 900 by 23 kilometers. Okay, not meters. Because this is in hours, this is in kilometers, and this is in kilometers per hour, right? So 900 by 23 kilometers. 9, and for problem 10, Sita and Geeta travel the same distance at 10 and 12 kilometers per hour. Sita takes 48 minutes more than Geeta. Distance traveled. So first of all, this is in kilometers per hour and this is in minutes. I convert minutes into hours. 48 minutes becomes 48 by 60 because you divide. You get 12 fours are 12 fives are 4/5 of an hour. So Sita takes 4/5 of an hour more. So distance is the same. Distance of Sita is the same as distance of Geeta. So distance of Sita is speed of Sita into time of Sita. So speed of Geeta into time of Geeta. What is speed of Sita is 10. Time is time taken by Geeta plus 48 minutes. That is time plus 48 minutes. On the other hand, speed of Geeta is 12. Time taken by Geeta is t. Okay, this is time taken by Geeta. This is time taken by Sita, which is time taken by Geeta plus 48 minutes. So if you simplify 10t plus 8 is equal to 12t. T is equal to 4. So the distance covered by Sita is the same as distance covered by Geeta. We do 12 into 4, which is 48. 48 kilometers. Why have I substituted that here? Because these two are the same. Distance covered by Geeta and Sita are the same. So I've gotten T. Even if you put that here, you will get the same answer. You will get 48 kilometers. So friends, we've looked at some basic concepts. We looked at ensuring unit consistency. You looked at how to convert different variables. You looked at the resting time. All of those problems here. All of those are basic problems, but these are very essential that you get a good grasp of these questions before you encounter the tougher questions that we have lined up for you in the next modules. Okay, so if you like the video, we request you to subscribe to our channel 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any videos. Ensure that you show us your love in the comment section and by clicking on the thumbs up sign, and share it with your friends, people who might not be from your college, people from your college who have not heard of us. Please share it with all of them and help everyone score better in every exam that you take up. And visit chanceofstarring.com if you're not visited there. Sign up, log in, and use the resources that are available. Take up the tests, both free and paid, are available on our site. And take up the company tests if you feel very confident. I thank you once again for visiting us and spending your time with us. And if you have any questions or queries, please leave it as a doubt here or in the comment section. We'll address that in subsequent videos or in the comment section. Thank you once again, and all the best.